Welcome to SNN News. It's December 17th, 2018, and I'm Spencer Zimmerman. U.S. airstrikes kill 62 Somali terrorists as talks begin with the Taliban. In an effort to end America's longest war, President Donald Trump has sent an envoy to Afghanistan who has held numerous meetings aimed at intensifying efforts to force the Taliban into a peace treaty, while the Air Force conducted 6 airstrikes against Somali terrorists, killing 62 al-Shabaab members of a al-Qaeda-linked terrorist organization. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Joseph Dunford, remains skeptical of the ability of ensuring the area does not become a terrorist safe haven again, saying, were we not to put the pressure on al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other groups in the region that we are putting on them today, it is our assessment that in a period of time their capability would reconstitute. They have today the intent and would have in the future the capability to do what we saw on 9/11. With 15,000 U.S. troops remaining in Afghanistan, military commanders clearly feel there is a danger of history repeating itself. Trouble in Afghanistan began with the Soviet invasion in 1979, which brought Osama bin Laden, who funneled in Saudi money and fighters during the Russian occupation, eventually founding al-Qaeda in 1993 and focusing on attacking the United States after the fall of the Soviet Union. Bin Laden had sent top military experts to Somalia almost a year before the Black Hawk Down battle, and they coached the Somali militia to fire rocket-propelled grenades at the tail rotors of U.S. Black Hawk helicopters. The battle killed 18 U.S. soldiers and wounded 73 others when 2 Army Black Hawk choppers were shot down. After establishing a base in Afghanistan in 1996, a Russian arms dealer and Soviet Air Force officer nicknamed the Merchant of Death supplied weapons from Soviet stockpiles to bin Laden, and he allied with the Islamic Republic of Iran to conduct the Khobar Towers bombing that killed 19 U.S. service members. The arms dealer has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for conspiring to kill Americans, and in September of this year, a Washington, D.C. court ordered Iran to pay more than $100 million to the victims of the attack. In 1997, al-Qaeda's second-in-command was trained for 6 months by the Russian FSB, the successor to the KGB, and the terrorist group began launching a series of attacks on Western targets that culminated on September 11, 2001. The source of this information, a former KGB officer named Alexander Litvinenko, was poisoned with radioactive material on orders from Vladimir Putin, according to a British investigation. Approximately 2,500 American soldiers have lost their lives in Afghanistan since 2001. The nation overtook Iraq to once again become the deadliest country for terrorism, with 1/4 of all such deaths worldwide happening in Afghanistan and costing U.S. taxpayers around $45 billion per year, according to the Pentagon in 2017.